Hi everybody and welcome to week 16. We're at the end of the semester and we're closing up with a look at ethics. Like last week, I'm treating ethics as a special topic, but really it permeates every part of any job that relies upon communication. As the lesson points out, public relations it deals a lot with persuasion, and we've looked at that throughout the semester in terms of words that work and the different theories that we looked at. And so anytime you're trying to persuade someone, there's definitely a certain element of responsibility that goes along with that. So kind of like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So this lesson kind of takes a look at that and especially focuses on how personal ethics can overlap with professional ethics, and how as a communication specialist you straddle the line of being an advocate for the organization. But then, as we've kind of portrayed throughout the semester, public relations is about building mutually beneficial relationships. So then, are you also an advocate for the public in some way? And do those roles kind of butt up against each other, or do they kind of overlap a little bit? So those are some of the topics that we will explore in the lesson and the reading this week. And so to that end, you have a discussion and a activity as well as a movie. So the discussion asks you to look at the PRSA Code of Ethics and compare that to what Parsons says in your reading for this week. The activity is a case study, a brief case study about the idea of greenwashing. And we talked about that in the beginning of this semester. We might have called it pinkwashing because we might have been looking at how organizations will jump on the breast cancer bandwagon, say they're donating money if you buy X amount of their products, when really they're not doing anything at all to help or support breast cancer research or help breast cancer patients or survivors. And so greenwashing is the same thing. It's putting on this veil of being environmentally friendly when really your organization is at best doing nothing to help the environment, and at worst actually hurting the environment. However, this case study does a good job of looking at where to draw the line. Like if you're doing a little bit, can you build a whole campaign around it, and what are the ethical implications of that? So the case study and the discussion are online. I've also included a link to a movie, Thank You for Smoking. It's a really fantastic look at how personal and professional ethics overlap, and it's a story about Nick Naylor, who's a lobbyist and for the tobacco industry, and how that kind of plays out when you work to promote a product that typically kills people. And so that's a very real possibility. In fact, one semester when I taught this course on World Campus, I had a student who in fact did communication for a tobacco company, and I believe I included a quote from her in the lesson as well as a link to her company's kind of ethical stance on selling tobacco products. So again, ethics are not straightforward at all, and ethics, as I point out in the lesson, are subjective because they're built on personal values as well as the values of society around you. So different people have different ethics, and some are just clearly outright wrong, at least in terms of our society, but others fall in a very gray area, and communication a lot of times exists in that gray area. So if you're going into the field of public relations, this is a great kind of topic for you to wrestle with. The movie itself is not the full-length movie, but it's clips put together. Unfortunately, I can only edit around the chapters in the DVD, so there's going to be some stuff that's extraneous, and honestly, it doesn't tie to any of your activities. It might help you with your discussion. So it's kind of one of those things, I wanted to put it in there, I couldn't bear to take it out, but I also wanted you to do other stuff. So I think if you have the time, either this week or in the future after things slow down, it will be a great thing for you to watch. And again, it might help you with your discussion as well. So that is it. I hope you have a great week and that you're not going too crazy. Just a reminder, your paper is due Monday. The deadlines are on the Dropbox as well as the assignment sheet. I will look at drafts up until Thursday, but after Thursday I can't promise you that I'll get you anything back in time for you to turn it around and hand it in for your final project. I also have the grade book up to date up to week 14. A couple of you have gotten back to me with some feedback about things that were missing, so I've gone and updated those. So I encourage you to take a look at your grade now rather than later, so that I can fix anything that might be outstanding. So if you have any questions, I am here Tuesday until noon, although I have meetings on and off all day, so I'll actually probably be here till around 2, but I have meetings on and off, so you kind of just have to catch me when you can. And then Wednesday, tomorrow, I will be here probably from about 9 until 2:30, but again, meetings, so just kind of try to catch me. Your best bet of catching me is to send me an email on when you'd be stopping in. So again, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in class this week, online of course, as well as reading your final papers. Oh, to that end, if you could take a minute to fill out the SRTEs, it would be greatly appreciated. I really do use that feedback in planning future courses, and it was really great working with all of you, and I hope that I get to see you in future classes. All right, now, have a great week.